Hey, Shalom, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakah HaKwadash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. A sincere Shalom, Labakaryum Shah, Yasha Allah. That's peace to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. Yeah, it's going down. This came out yesterday, so this is about 24 hours old. And I was holding it because I want to say a few words. This is serious. As you can see the date, March 1st. Now will be within 72 hours. Those tariffs go in. And I'm going to let you hear. This is John. This is the John Williams Show. He's an analyst, financial advisor. He's holding on to the last bit of grapes coming from the tree of Babylon, which is rotten. But they holding on with their life. They have no hope. But he brings good information. And one day he's going to soak into is the average lifestyle of you Babylonians. The average household make about $78,000. That's if you're diligent enough to get off your ass and go to work. So these new tariffs that's coming in, man, they breaking you. They talking about an extra $400, $500 to $1,000 a month. Everything is going to increase within weeks. So this is bringing us to the point of no return for Babylon, and it is going to bring out the true spirit of individuals, because we're in a very selfish society. We're in a very selfish society. And you're going to see this when the divorce rate going to go up. Homelessness. You independent woman. Oh, you independent woman. What we're about to see, because this is a team sport. Survival is a team sport. And you have lost that. Matter of fact, you was never taught to work on a team, because your mother and daddy never worked on a team. So you out here splurging. Oh, it's going to be, you think you crying on Instagram now, you black women, you white women, which we know ain't no such thing as black and white. But Eve and you Edomite women, because y'all the main ones complaining. Y'all ain't seen nothing. You wait until these months draw close and close to Jacob's trouble. We getting closer.
March 1st, everything changes in America. March 1st, everything changes in America. March 1st, everything changes in America. President Donald Trump just announced tariffs on both Canada and Mexico that will go into effect next week.
The tariffs are going forward on time, on schedule. I blame our leadership for allowing it to happen.
This is a import-heavy economy. Most of what we consume comes in from Southeast Asia and China.
Mexican and Canadian imports will face 25% tariffs, and goods from China will face a 10% tariff.
And if you think this is just political and it will not affect you, just wait, because you're about to feel it everywhere.
You see the face of that woman?
And if you think this is just political and it will not affect you, just wait.
Oh,
because you're about
that face right there. That face right there. For the love of money. Oh, she gonna be doing something strange for some change real soon. Because this gonna hit you damn women. Got women out here owning real estate. The market's set up for you to flourish all by yourself, right? But we coming into a very deadly time. We're in a and you women are spoiled. You're spoiled rotten. You're overnourished. You got the perfect scripture right here, right on deck. You're overnourished here in Babylon, man. This is Revelations 12, let's go to verse 14. And the woman were given 2 wings. This is speaking about the nation of Israel, specifically the southern tribe, because they was left in Jerusalem when they were sacked and raided in 70 AD. Okay? But the Lord gave an escape route for millions of people. And the woman, Israel is looked at as a woman to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah. That's why you have something called the marriage that's about to take place. You can read that. You got Jeremiah 3:14, Jeremiah 6:2, Revelations 19 chapter about the marriage. Paul spoke about it, about the a chess version Was that 2 Corinthians 11? It might be 2 Corinthians 12. But we're looked at as the woman to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. So when it says, and to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, which is, the shores of Ham. Most of our people push to the ends of Africa, which was West Africa. A big boatload settled over there. But we was pushing all up in the wilderness, man, going up into the north, the south. We was getting out of Dodge. Into her place now. That her place right there, this is a dark tan. This is America. Because all that was connected. The fleeing, out of Jerusalem, the slave ships, and us being brought to America today, which is Babylon the Great, the whore, Egypt that you read about in the scriptures. It's all connected to the fleeing of our people. And now we here in her place. This is the place. What's that, Hosea 1? In this place, we should call, let me give it right back there. On the name of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah. This is the place right here. We're going to get right into the video. This is Hosea 1 and 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel, that's the woman right there, Israel, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we're the woman, shall be as the sand of the sea. And we are. We're going to be even more, plumped and juicy in the kingdom of heaven. But if you put all the 12 tribes together now, we outnumber the world. So we are as the sands of the sea, even right now. It says, and it shall come to pass that in the place, see, that's the place. And this is the place here. Let's prove it. Where it was said unto them, you are not my people. Here we call black, Hispanic, Colombian, Haitian, Mexican, Jamaican. This is the place where we lost our identity and our language. So the total blackout is in this place here. That's why they're upset about the Great Awakening. We coming back to our identity now, and the nations are mad. It was that Revelations 11. We standing on our feet, the Great Awakening. So this is the place. It's a place where it was said unto them, you are not my people. There it shall be said unto them, you are the sons of the living power. And it's happening here. When you see the camps on the street, you bump into videos like this. Everybody know about the Israelites now. You got people claiming that they are Israelite even without following the doctrine. They got to give it up that this is accurate information. So you went from being called a nigger, a spick, overnight to be called the sons of God, a Hebrew Israelite. That happened here. So this is the place also where you was overnourished. And that's why this tariff here, man, it's going to hit our people hard. Right? It says, where we at? 16. No, actually, we're here. And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, which we know that's Babylon the Great, where she, the woman, the nation of Israel, is nourished. And when you're nourished, you're being fed, you're being kept, you're being preserved. There go your welfare system, your Section 8, your equal rights, your civil rights movement, the 13th or 14th Amendment, the Emancipation Proclamation, right? Independence. Our people took part in freedom of speech, the right to carry arms, so on and so forth. To the point to where now she, the woman, is doing better than the damn enemy. You got Jake out here doing better than Esau. So when this hit in the next upcoming months, it's going to hit Jake hard because you're literally overnourished in this place. You got too much. Jake got too much, man. That's why he don't feel he's oppressed anymore. He's comfortable. He's comfortable here because Jake has too much nourishment here. For a time, but you only nourish for a time, and times and dividing the times, which goes into that 350 years. Now the Lord is going to end that nourishment. It's going to end hard too. from the face of the serpent. Now the serpent is about to strike. And this face right here, this is priceless. This face. It's going to be a lot of you black women, because you black women are doing better than a black man here. And you know it. You're doing better than some white men here. So this prophecy about to hit hard, because look how plump her face is. You're overnourished.
Mexican and Canadian imports will face 25% tariffs, and goods from China will face a 10% tariff.
And if you think this is just political and it will not affect you, just wait, because you're about to feel it everywhere.
Walmart's imports from China rose 33% from 2023 to 2024. Columbia Sportswear imports went up 50% during the same time.
At the grocery store, at the gas pump, when you try to buy a car.
Thanks to the new tariffs introduced by Trump, the average American household could lose over $1,000 per year, according to the latest estimates from Budget Lab at Yale.
Any kind of produce coming from Mexico, and a lot of our imports come from Mexico in terms of grocery items. Those would cost more money. The company that's then going to send it to a grocery store or to a car dealership. So that cost is passed on to consumers.
When you realize that owning a home is slipping further out of reach, because when cost of importing goods goes up, so do your bills. The average American household is already struggling. People are maxing out their credit cards. Delinquency rates are skyrocketing.
Alarming new numbers that show rising default rates on credit card loans, now at the highest level since just after the 2008 financial crisis.
More young adults are failing to pay off their credit cards. New York Fed shows the delinquency rate was more than 8%.
And inflation.
That's hitting the young adults hard. You know, I got young adults in my household, and my oldest daughter's in credit card debt. You know, you dancing with the devil. You know, they got these high hopes and, listening to television and these commercials, good dreams of making it and having the bag. I hate that the bag. And you left out here spending a credit card. And that's a plot to get you in debt anyway, because they're just handing out credit cards like candy. They know these children don't know anything about finance, and they definitely don't listen. So they want to do what they want to do. They impulse spending. And then they get that buyer's remorse after you bought all these items that's worthless. So all this is bringing forth the execution of that dollar, which therefore you should see the MOTB emerge as the phoenix from the ashes to save the day. Because this is madness.
Back up. And now a new tax is about to hit everything that we buy. So the real question is, how bad will it be, and what's going to happen in the short term and the long term in America? And how can you prepare right now? Before we talk about the tariffs, let's see where Americans stand right now, because things are already...
Oh, Salakia.
Whether it's family, friends, or significant others, relationships are
bad. People are borrowing money just to survive. Consumer debt just hit a record $17.57 trillion. This is the highest in U.S. history.
Total U.S. consumer debt as of Q2 2024, it had ballooned to 17.8.
And it's that overnourishment. You're looking at it right here. And who's the biggest consumers? You Israelites. Guaranteed. All you do is work. You trade in your sweat equity for what you think is money, and then you go out and spend. That's all the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Indians do. That's part of the curse. You're spending machines. You got a point to prove that you made it. And this is the nourishment. Now the Lord about to collapse this system. So all this is going to bring forth, Jacob's trouble. And we talking weeks. This starting March 1st. This is Ezekiel 4, verse 16. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem. Jerusalem is a people before a place. And they shall eat bread by weight and with care, and they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment. And when you eating something by weight and measuring it, meaning you're gonna be counting your shekels. You think you're doing the damn Diddy dance before you go to the supermarket. Now, what's coming? Oh, what's coming You gonna be counting items in other people's cart? You really gonna be rubbing two nickels together? Oh, the suffering is about to start. A lot of people gonna be intimate fasting. You gonna have to skip meals. Cause you know what Jake gonna do, they gonna still try to hold on to that YOLO mentality. You know, one life to live. I still want to go to Miami. I still want those sneakers. I still want this, but I still want to eat. So I'm gonna cut back on a meal here. I'm gonna stop drinking soda. I'm gonna get the Poland Spring instead of the Smart Water. So Jake gonna start rationalizing. That's what this scripture is saying. You're thinking about it, but then it's gonna really slip out of your control. So it says you should eat your bread with weight, and with care you should drink your water. And when you go to this word, this is care here.
Strong's H 1674. De'aga.
The aga with anxiety, anxious, care. And when you got anxiety, see, this brings stress and this kills. This put on weight, hypertension. This is anxiety, which is worry. So you're going to be eating your bread. You're worried about your bread. You're worried about your water. This is what the Lord is going to bring, because he's bringing this place down. And all this is taking part with Jacob's trouble. So it says worry, concern. Now you're going to be concerned about your next meal, right? Let's see what else we got. Fearfulness, disquietness, fear. You get it. Nervousness, tension. That's that hypertension. Suspension, forbearance. Who likes to be in suspense about their meals? You worrying about, you thinking you ain't making enough money now. Imagine when the Lord actually unleashed this beast in the upcoming months. This scripture, you're gonna shall eat your bread with weight and with care, and they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment. NLT. Then he told me, son of man, I will make food very scarce in Jerusalem. Remember, Jerusalem is a people. The Lord ain't looking at the land. He gonna get them over there in the Middle East, but this is talking about you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Indians scattered throughout North, Central, South America. You better get ready. The Lord's about to swipe that plate right off your table, man. Then he told me, son of man, I will make food very scarce in Jerusalem. It will be weighed out with great care and eaten fearfully. You're fearing. The Lord ain't playing. Jake don't play about that food. Jake don't play about that plate, man. This is when the sword's going to come out. 2nd Exodus 15 and 16. Oh boy, the party about to start. Y'all thinking this ain't going down? Y'all ain't paying attention? Yeah, this is happening, man. This is happening. We ain't going back to 2008, 2009. Niggas still stuck in the 60s. We moving forward. We getting out of here. And this is how it ends, man. It says the water will be rationed out drop by drop. You tell somebody, open your mouth, man. And you do the waterfall, a little sip. You get a little sip. You get a little sip. Drop by drop. Because water's going to get scarce. And they had a Simpsons show that was showing that something was in the water turning people's skin red. They broke out with red bumps and people ran to the store and bought all the bottled water up. They couldn't take a shower. It was a mess. It's a Simpson episode going around that they may do something to the water. So how's that going to look with everybody running out here trying to stack up on this water, man? The Lord going to make you drink it drop by drop, and the people will drink it with dismay, meaning you ain't gonna be happy. It says, lacking food and water, people will look at one another in terror, and they will waste away under their punishment. And this is what's coming. And you looking at it. And all this is going to make sense real soon, because this is all roads lead to the MOTB. And when this happens, Esau going to come out with something, his great universal basic income, And he going to save the day for you non-elect, those that's not written in the Lamb's book of life. But for the elect, the Lord said we going to eat. Let me give one more. The Lord said we going to eat. You know, we serving the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah right now. We keeping his patience. We going through the suffering. We see. We got eyes. We see. So the Lord said this here. This is Isaiah 65:13. Thus, therefore, this is what the sovereign Lord says. My servants will eat. And this is the opposite side. Those that serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, that knows the name in sincerity and truth, and the Holy Spirit is working with, oh, no worries. You know, Matthew the 6th chapter, we ain't gonna have anxiety. We're not gonna have the cares of the world. Eating gonna be, I ain't gonna say it's gonna be beneath us, but it's gonna be so much happening with the spirit. You ain't gonna be worrying about food and clothing and shelter and, you know, the things that mortals worry about, man. You eat, you eat. The Lord gonna automatically have us full because there's gonna be so much spiritual activity going on in the earth. We're gonna be so excited. Come on, man. But the Lord gonna feed his servants. My servants will eat. And the Lord said, I'm not a man I shall lie. But you will starve. See, that starvation is coming. My servants will drink, but you will be thirsty. My servants will rejoice, but you will be sad and ashamed. And a lot of fighting going on in the streets for survival. You know, that's those that took this word for granted.
Credit card debt just hit a record $1.21 trillion.
Damn.
Americans' total credit card balances hit a new all-time high of over $1.2 trillion.
Meaning Americans are relying on debt just to afford the basics.
Over half of Americans don't have enough savings to cover a $1,000 emergency expense. That's serious.
Yeah, that's bad.
Americans are paying only the minimum balance on their credit cards, while delinquency rates are climbing higher.
A record high number of people are only paying the minimum monthly payment on their credit card bills.
Mortgage delinquencies are rising for first-time home buyer programs.
Housing market continues to be tough, particularly for first-time home buyers.
Today's housing market is pricey and competitive. Prices are 53% higher than they were 5 years ago. There are mortgage rates, which have more than doubled since 2022.
This isn't just a few people struggling. We're talking about millions and millions of Americans. 30% of Americans in the top 100 cities are behind on at least one bill, whether it be a credit card, an auto loan, a mortgage, a personal loan. And instead of talking about relief, we're going to be hit with new tariffs that will make everything more expensive in the short term. Now, some argue that these tariffs will bring forward short-term pain, but ultimately will bring jobs and opportunities back to America. But what about the people struggling right now? Tech giants like Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, spending over $300 billion in AI and robotics in just 2025.
Meta, Amazon, Microsoft, and Alphabet are now signaling as much as $320 billion in capital expenditures among them this year.
This, in large part, is to replace the human workforce. I did a video last year talking about Amazon bringing forward 750,000 robots to their workforce.
Amazon is testing a humanoid robot in its warehouses. The robot is called Digit.
This
now you tell me, this is what your children got to compete with.
Amazon is testing a humanoid robot in its warehouses.
This is what your children, little Jeffrey and them, right? This is what they got to compete with right here. They taking up your jobs. So while your children playing video games and you tell them, go out and get a job. Nah, you ain't got to pay these people overtime. You pay one down payment, charge them, and go. They work through the holiday season. They don't get sick. This is the competition. What are you going to do with millions and millions of people here? Well, you're going to stimulate them. You're going to give them that chip. And you're going to sit their ass home. And they're going to have to live in these new robotical 15-minute cities. Everything is being laid out while you bullshitting, man. Why you playing games? Worrying about why the men of the Lord use profanity. Foolishness. And this stuff is happening. It's going down right in front of your eyes. And you're going to wait till the last minute to try to react. Try to call on the name of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Try to figure this out. Look, man, the walls are closing. We coming down to the wire. And a lot of y'all going to have to deal with it. Those that bullshit it, those that doubt it, those that don't trust, because we coming into a time of total trust in Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. But those that want to do it your way, you want about a reputation, well, we going to see real soon. This is Proverbs 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord. So we putting our trust in Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah now. The invisible, as you call, the invisible God. We see him through the Spirit. We putting our trust in Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shah. Trust in Yahweh with all your heart. And we ain't half-stepping, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Do not depend on your own understanding. And that's what they're going to do. Oh, yeah, you know, just you better invest in some property. That's a nigga. Well, we talking about property. The hell property going to do for you? They telling you they doing away with the dollar. You got property, but ain't got no damn tenants. Who the hell going to move in there? You talk about, I'm going to get Section 8. I'm gonna get that government money. The government, they just broke the government. You don't see what Trump just did to the damn government workers and government funding? All the money they found the government been stealing? And you worry about government funding? Not knowing where you at, Jay. It says, depend not on your own understanding. Seek his will. You got to know the will of the Lord in all you do. And he will show you which path to take. Which path are you on, Jake? But Jake going to be a robot. Jake going to stand next to this robot with that damn chip in him, man. You're on the wrong path. The Lord is laying out his path for his elect right now. So that we know that the road we on, we see these prophecies coming to pass. Shit, we on the right path. And that light, the Lord got a light shining on the path. Saying go this way. In the Lord's light, we should have light. That's to our path, man. We know what path to take. Jake don't know what the hell is going on out here. Jake on the wrong path, man. And every path has an ending. So this don't end good for Jake, man. It's Proverbs 4, verse 18. The way of the righteous is like the first glimpse of the dawn. They call that the Venus star. The first glimpse of the dawn, which shines ever brighter until the full light of the day. But the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. So what path are you on? Because our lights are shining and we on the right path. Even though it looks boring, they always talk about this Bible, they prophets of doom. Not knowing this is the path we on. And yes, on this path, there will be doom. That doom leads to immortality. On this path, you need the light. That's the Holy Spirit. Because y'all going to have to deal with this right here.
Called Digit.
This is what I believe is going to be coming to many corporations in the years to come. But the big question, but what's going to happen to small business? You know, the backbone to the U.S. economy. These very businesses employ 49.5% of the entire U.S. workforce. Damn. 59 million Americans. These same businesses and their employees do not have this safety net that these large corporations do. These higher costs will equate to layoffs, bankruptcies, and store closures.
Yep.
Even more pressure on struggling Americans.
37.9 million. That's the number of Americans currently living in poverty.
Before we talk about the future, we need to ask who is paying the price today. Now let's break it down. What's about to cost more? And how will it impact our lives? If you're thinking about buying a car this year, you might want to reconsider. Most auto parts in America come from either Canada or Mexico. And now with these new tariffs, the price of a new car is expected to jump between $3,000 and $7,000.
$3,000 on the cost of a new car.
But it's not just new cars. Used car prices will spike also. Because when people can't afford a new car, where do they go? They go to a used car. And they're likely going to flood the used car market, increasing demand and price. And if you're thinking, I'll just repair the car I've got, good luck. Auto parts will likely become 25% more expensive as these costs rise and they pass them on to consumers.
Price of used cars continuing to go up.
Supply chain shortages are also impacting the auto industry, forcing prices up and consumers to compromise.
So no matter what, you're going to pay more. And that's before we even talk about gas prices. The U.S. imports a massive amount of crude oil from Canada.
The future of Canada's oil industry is one of the largest crude exporters to the U.S.
With these new tariffs, gas prices could jump between 20 and 40 cents per gallon. And here's the thing, when fuel prices go up, everything else generally follows. Your Amazon orders, more expensive. Grocery store deliveries, more expensive. Even the cost of running a small business, more expensive. This isn't just about gas. It's about everything in your life becoming more expensive because of it. And if you think you can just cut back on driving to save money, what about your food bill? Since 2020, food prices have skyrocketed 23.6%.
Food prices continue to outpace inflation, increasing by 28% since 2019. Over a third said they have resorted to buying fewer items to save money.
And if you've been shocked by grocery store prices lately, just wait, because Mexico is one of the largest suppliers of produce in America.
In 2023, nearly 60% of the fresh fruit and 35% of the fresh vegetables on store shelves were imported.
With this tariff, the price of fruits and vegetables can jump between 10 and 15%. Beef prices will surge even higher as
this goes on and on and on. You get it? You can go right over here. You know, I think you get the picture of what's about to happen. So when you hear us talking about Jacob's trouble, the wrath is about to come down. Hey, you better get right. If the Lord is knocking and the Lord is calling you, it behooves you to answer. Because this is the time, and time is running out on these people, man. And they're going to look up, and they're going to have to just deal with this, man. So we talking about a scary moment of panic and anxiety. This is Proverbs 1:24. I called you so often, but you would not come. I reached out to you, but you paid no attention. You ignored my advice and rejected the correction I offered. Now, how's the Lord doing that? Do these videos? Do the men of the Lord on these streets? This knowledge is going out 24/7. The Akim is sacrificing their time, their safety, their freedom. The Lord pulled us in anyway. It ain't like it's our choice. But the Lord got so many prophets in Babylon right now. This word is hot. And you just going about your business, just worrying about the football game, worrying about the basketball game, worrying about you. But ain't gonna be no more about you. No more of that. No more beauty stores. No more salons. No more nails getting done. No more barbershops. No more late nights out. I'm gonna just treat myself today. You know, Jake got that attitude. I'm gonna treat myself. I've been working hard. I'm about to do something good for myself. Oh, that attitude about to go away real quick. Because the pain is about to start. The Lord is about to put in some work, man. It says, so I will laugh when you are in trouble, and that trouble is coming. And this is the Lord's words. He said, I'm going to laugh. He didn't say, come here, my darling. No, the Lord said, I will laugh. How's the Lord going to laugh? Through his men. Through his men. That'll tell you that in Job, the 5th chapter. At destruction, we shall laugh at. Through his men. So I will laugh when you are in trouble. And it's coming, Jacob, trouble. I will mock when your disaster overtakes you. When calamity overtakes you like a storm, when disaster engulfs you like a cyclone. You know, a cyclone engulf, it takes over your whole surrounding. So everywhere you turn, you're going to be perplexed. Well, I'm gonna go over here. Not like now you can go get a drink and get a relief. You go get a drink, that damn thing costs you $500 for a couple shots. Well, I'm gonna go over here and get a steak dinner. Steak dinner, $180, $280. Well, I'm gonna go over here and get some sweets. Sweets running you $90, $100, $200. That relief you used to have, oh, the Lord's taking all that away. That's them dainty things, man. That overnourishment. Oh, it's game time. It's game time. So when calamity overtakes you like a storm, when disaster engulfs you like a cyclone, and anguish and distress overwhelm you, when they cry for help, I will not answer. You see that? So much for Christianity. When you, oh, Lord, please, they about to kick me out. My kids, Lord, my kids. I got 8 kids. I'm all by myself. Are you single moms? You Israelite women, I got a relationship with God-ass woman. Well, let's see if he got a relationship back with you. You can't force yourself into a relationship with Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. That's very personal. Well, we about to see all them credit cards and debit cards and, credit unions. The government job women are already complaining. Oh, we about to see. It says, when they cry for help, I will not answer. Though they anxiously search for me. That's the family of the word. Where them men at on the corner? Like I say, where them Hebrews? Yeah, they're going to be anxious searching. Then the family of the word going to hit. It says, they will not find me, for they hated knowledge and chose not to fear Yahweh. They rejected my advice and paid no attention when I connected them. And the Lord is doing that through this internet and through the sacrifice of his men. Therefore, they must eat the bitter fruit of living their own way, choking on their own schemes. You know, Jake always scheming, always looking for the buck, right? But you're going to have a pocket full of money and nowhere to buy the food, nowhere to spend it. Because this is boiling down to your food and water. For Simplicius turns away. Hold on. That's going into something else. That's it right there. Choking their scheme. So as you can see, Lord got a funny way of making his point. So that's the point right there. You see the video. The Lord breaking everything, man. Babylon is done. I would have healed her if she can be healed. But she's been struck with a grievous wound, man. So this place is done. It's going down. There's no coming back. Get with the Lord now while you can. If the Lord is calling you. Because everybody won't get that phone call. Giving all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Bahashim Rakah HaKudash. Shalom.